Hey everybody, Spider here, coming soon podcast. Of course, wanted to jump on here right quick. It is Monday, beginning of the week. Me and Braxton have been jumping on these platforms quite a bit, trying to put them out there, man. I told them I was going to do this solo just to kind of plug in as far as what's coming up this week. We got a few interviews. Got two interviews at the most part when it comes to horror. Um, I've got guests coming in, from movie producers, writers, haunted house, houses out there, coordinators throughout the U.S. So I'm just trying to plug everybody in as much as possible. One of the things that I've been enjoying about this whole thing is being able to meet people. It's new when it comes to the whole network. I've been covering combat sports for over 15 years. For those that do watch combat sports, of course, I still run DeFi Car Podcasts, and that goes through our Facebook page on TexasFighting.com. So if you're into that, definitely go check it out. I've got two fighter interviews that I'm going to be working this week as well. But I just wanted to plug this in. I've been having fun, like I said. Just being able to go out and meet people and interview. Get footage and content just to keep plugging in. But appreciate everybody that's jumped on this thus far. I mean, of course, follow us not just on our outlets when it comes to the Facebook page, which is where this is on, the Twitter, and of course our YouTube channel. Under Coming Soon Podcast. Go check it out. Subscribe. Definitely follow up. Share. Let people know. Got a couple of actors that are on their way up that we're going to be plugging in. Myself, I've been pushing to be in a few films. Looking forward to putting those out. Nothing major, but I'm just looking to plant the seed and see where it grows. And looking forward to a little bit more when it comes to production. Behind the scenes and hopefully being able to coordinate some of these events, not just here locally, but outside the state. And definitely looking to stay busy. So, of course, I want to thank everybody that's been on this from the get go. It's been a pretty cool ride. We're going to have a few bumps and bruises when it comes to traveling. Having to put a few things on hold, unfortunately, but if it's local, we're definitely going to jump on it. The events, I mean, here this coming weekend, we're going to have the Southside Slasher, which is basically an all vendor event happening on the south side of San Antonio. The flyer is on our page, so definitely go check it out. Information on there. And that's going to be a 1 day event. It's going to be June, July, of course. There's going to be another Bastrop. Is what we're going to be at. We're going to be in Bastrop, Texas, covering an event at the gas station, which should be pretty cool. I've never been there. And a couple of more events. In August, of course, Killer Clown's going to be here. Event at the Live Oak Center. So we're going to be out there, Live Oak, Rolling Oaks Mall. I'm sorry, but it's going to be another one. Some guests are going to be there. We're going to have two people from the movie itself, as well as the Killer Clowns from San Antonio, which is pretty cool, man. I mean, locals that dress up and have fun. But like I mentioned, there's going to be a couple of things coming up. We're going to be covering the interviews, this week. We're going to have some guests, so definitely stay tuned. For the most part, I'm working evenings this week, so everything's going to be done early in the day. Of course, it'll be on YouTube. We'll be on the page. You'll be able to follow up and support, by sharing or just commenting, chiming in. And that's one of the things too that we wanted to push was, getting everybody to comment, chime in. The group page, for some reason, I mean, Facebook has it where you can see a lot more content. The page, which is what this is on as well, it takes a little bit longer. It kind of hides it, and Facebook kind of relies on people paying for ads and all that, and we ain't about that right now. So of course, definitely everybody that's been jumping on. Some of the poster formats, of course, being I guess in the media, we get to be fans as well. So of course, got a couple of movie setups we're going to be doing. The room itself, trying to redecorate. Might go ahead and go over the wall and a few more changes for the backdrop. But nonetheless, the content's where it's at. I definitely want to have something nice for everybody to look at. And like I mentioned earlier, this week, Braxton and myself are going to be on this. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have movie producers. Hopefully, one representative from, well, actually two from event coordinators when it comes to some of these cons. So this is where it's at. So we're trying to kind of get on everybody's good side and plug everybody in as much as possible. I mean, our group page is growing. Our pages as far as TikTok, we're on there as well under Coming Soon Podcast. The Instagram, of course, the page itself is a little slow, so definitely go to Instagram. Check out the Coming Soon Podcast. Follow it. Definitely stay tuned. When it comes to, I mean, I kind of want to do what I was trying to do with the whole fight thing, and I want to keep everything separate. You know, TikTok's gonna have some content. The YouTube, of course, what we do here is gonna be on its own. But that way, everything has something different for everybody to go and follow up. We don't just keep everything saturated and kind of like what everybody's doing now. They have all these the same things playing on every channel basically, and then makes for a boring event. So we're gonna change it up, try to keep it up to date, and of course, looking forward to being able to attend an event with Pat Mullen. Go out there and get her autograph and definitely get some photo ops. Hopefully an interview. I'm reaching out. Hopefully, she responds. She gets my messages. A lot of these, I want to say indie, movie actors have been busy. Everybody's doing cons, and it just seems like every month, they're actually going over and trying to get as many of these people involved. So not everybody can get, but everybody's staying busy for the most part, which is great on their end. Ourselves, we're trying to get to as many events as possible, and hopefully in due time, get to travel a bit. A couple of changes, like I said, in the beginning, but nonetheless, we're gonna keep plugging in. I mean, I stayed home for the weekend. I didn't go out as much. I think it's like 104 outside. Stepped out earlier, and my feet were on fire. It was pretty bad. But for those in Texas, of course, you already know it's hot as hell. I go to work tonight. Hopefully, I won't have to go outside and do carryouts or anything like that. But all this week, I think Thursday is the only day I get to get off at 6, and I already got one interview set up Thursday evening. So Braxton, get ready, brother. We're gonna get somebody in, and more as they come. Of course, if you're out there, if you're a writer, I mean, of course, we've had a writer already on here, man. Looking forward to bringing them on again. We've got actors when it comes to I don't want to say extras, but when it comes to those starting off and working their way up, definitely want to talk to you guys and girls and plug you in and keep this going. There's so much stuff that's going on when it comes to horror, man. I mean, it's all over the place. Braxton and myself, of course, we were talking yesterday, as far as the shirts popping up left and right. I was supposed to go to the store today just to go and walk it around, and I didn't get to go, but I've got kids, so I'm gonna tell them to hit up the mall and see what's out there right now. But nonetheless, share some of this stuff with us, man. I mean, if you have if you know somebody, whether they're still acting or used to, or might be interested in jumping on, by all means, man. I mean, I'm looking for horror fanatics. I'm looking for not just actors and producers, but if you're a fan of horror and you want to chop out like 2-3 movies, man, we can definitely do that. Braxton himself can jump in, of course, but like I said, we're looking to keep this afloat, keep you busy, keep it active, and wanted to make this short and sweet just to kind of plug this in and let people know what we have coming up this week. And later on in the month, like I said, it's going to be a lot of local stuff coming up. But I want to thank everybody, of course, for those that have been rolling with us from the get-go. I want to thank, Alamo Distilling Company here in San Antonio, man. Great people, great product, vodka, liquor bottles these guys are producing. So definitely we're going to be jumping out there and doing a couple of our episodes from their locations. It should be pretty dope. And of course, we got Zagoni Studios. Guys been making masks for years. Coffee Shop of Horror. Of course, we've got our private label, Official Water. And of course, once again, Alamo Distilling. We are still looking for sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor us, it is affordable. We're not trying to break the bank. Wear your shirt, put your logo, throw you out there when it comes to alerts and logos and all that good stuff. So definitely we can plug you in and put you out there. So with that said, as always, this is Spider, the Coming Soon Podcast. Till next time, follow up.